Something brand new from Stefan Green, local that is very lacquer. Battlefield is the name of that track. So it's 6 minutes to 7 o'clock. You tuned to CCFM 107.5 Breakfast with Friends, and time for today's Midweek Moment. Now, one of the things that I remember from many years ago, as a matter of fact, I think I was still in junior school, was a message that I heard at Vineyard Church in Cape Town. Now, we were living in Bloemfontein at the time, and we came down for holidays, and I think it was in the December holidays thereabouts, and we did a thing of going to a local Vineyard Church and really enjoyed that. And in the process, just something that got imparted at that message was about happiness versus joy. So what is happiness? Happiness is circumstantial. You know, you've had a great cup of tea. I feel happy because I had a great cup of tea. I got a compliment from somebody, or, oh man, today it's just sunshine and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And that's happiness. But joy is something very different. And joy is something that we find in God. It's difficult for me, and I will be the first to admit, there are times when I struggle. There are times when I feel like I just want to give up, give in. And I feel like, the world is against me. Things are just too difficult to handle. But it's in those times that we have to press in and we have to know where we find joy. Now, let's take this conversation back thousands of years, when David was he had been anointed as king and was being persecuted by Saul. In that time, you can only imagine, he's fleeing for his life. He is surrounded by fear, anxiety, the possibility of death. And yet he says, I will go to God and find my joy in him. So the next question, of course, and we're not going to answer that this morning, but the next question is, how do you find your joy in God? What I do know is that a key element to this is understanding that God is ever faithful, he is ever loving, and he does not change. So from that point of view, from that perspective, we need to understand that joy is found in him, the creator of heaven and earth. And it's once we begin there and understand that it's not circumstantial. You can be going through deep valley of depression. You could be going through serious health issues. You could have circumstances that are beyond your control. You can still find joy in God. There's another scripture where the prophet Habakkuk speaks about, though the fig tree will not blossom, though there be no fruit on the vine, though the cattle are lost and there are no sheep, yet will I rejoice in God. So I hope that encourages you this morning. And I don't want to be flippant about this, because joy and happiness are challenging ones to talk about. And again, it's not just about sticking on a smile, but sometimes we need to do something to rediscover our joy in the one who created us. God bless you.